two-week holiday event continues.
I'm ready for him. Spin the wheel. One more. Who's it going to be? Tom, you know a lot of trivia.
Absolutely nothing.
That explains a lot.
What's your name, please?
My name is Archie Williams.
I'm Christina Ray.
My name is Terry Fader.
Competition like this brings out the best in people. And this was you at your very, very best.
Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes James Corden. NBC Tonight.
On our broadcast tonight, a natural gas shortage in Wisconsin. We'll hear why one energy company wants customers to turn the thermostat down. Plus, storms across the country have turned deadly. We'll go from coast to coast looking at the damage. And a cold but exciting opening day for snowmobiling in the Northwoods. Your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 10. I'm Dan Hagan. An interstate supplier of natural gas to We Energies has experienced a significant equipment failure. We Energies is now asking its customers to reduce their thermostats to 60 to 62 degrees to avoid a gas outage. We Energies services southeastern Wisconsin, the Fox Valley, and some parts in northern Wisconsin, including Land O'Lakes, Conover, and Phelps. The company says lowering thermostats will reduce natural gas use so everyone can stay warm enough to be safe. Right now, there are 28 outages throughout the state and none in the Northwoods. We Energies said the shortage will last at least the rest of the day and will reassess tomorrow. Over in Iron County, the sheriff's office there is warning of whiteout conditions in the northern part, including Hurley. They are recommending no travel at this time and expect road conditions to remain poor for the next few days. The blizzard warning extends through 6 p.m. Saturday. More than half of the nation is under wind chill alerts as a historic storm hits much of the U.S. From coast to coast, millions are dealing with extremely cold weather, and many are without power. Mike Valerio has a closer look.
A nightmare storm just days before Christmas has now turned deadly as a historic Arctic blast sweeps across the U.S., causing severe weather and dangerous travel conditions only days before the holiday.
It's dangerously cold. I mean, I would advise anyone, if you don't have to be out, don't go out.
From the East Coast to the U.S.-Mexico border and all the way to the Pacific Northwest, millions are experiencing below freezing temperatures, life-threatening wind chills, and damaging winds knocking out power to more than 1 million customers nationwide.
It is not safe for anyone to be outdoors.
In Kentucky, the governor's office confirming 3 people have died as a result of this storm. And in parts of New England, the storm system causing heavy flooding, the freezing temperatures forcing the FAA to issue ground stops at several airports. There were more than 5,000 flight cancellations on Friday.
I think it's going to be fine.
It's been changing by the minute.
It's just part. It was going to be a long trip, and now it's just part of the adventure to get there.
The Arctic outbreak disrupting travel just as millions fly or drive for the holidays. Some states are urging people to stay off the roads due to blizzard conditions and icy roadways.
It's really hard to find where the worst weather is. It's just about everywhere from coast to coast.
Meteorologists say the severe cold will stick around through the Christmas weekend, making it the coldest holiday in roughly 4 decades for millions. I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Well, Conrad, all this winter weather could not have come at a worse time for folks trying to get home for the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. The worst timing possible, especially right around Christmas travel time as well. Taking a look outside, look at all these cold temperatures across the country. Even Florida is in on some teens and 20s. Yes, it is very, very cold, dangerously cold temperatures. This is only the regular temperatures, not including those feels-like temperatures that are much, much colder than that. Right now here in town, we have temperatures closer to 0, but feels like temperatures closer to 15 to 20 below 0 with a little bit of wind. It's definitely feeling cold outside. A wind gust closer to 35 to 40 miles an hour right now, really blowing all that snow around. So if you have any travels, especially into the morning hours and into tomorrow, take extra precautions and slow down as it will continue to be windy outside tomorrow. By Sunday, a little bit better. Visibilities are low. Just up north here, the UP is experiencing some lake effect snow, and that's going to pick up in intensity. For us, though, blowing snow left and right as we continue to have some cloudy skies in downtown. But temperatures tonight will get cold. That feels like temperature close to 25 degrees below zero. Dan?
Multiple eyewitnesses confirm a shooting happened in Mall of America tonight. Mall of America near the Twin Cities was under lockdown until 9:15. At least one person has been killed, with 2 people shot inside Nordstrom at Mall of America. No details yet on a suspect and whether they have been apprehended. Wausau's Scott Pren has stepped down from the DNR's policy board nearly 2 years after his term ended. Pren informed Governor Evers today that he was resigning effective December 30th. The Wausau dentist admitted over text message that he stayed on the board past his term so that conservatives would continue to have the majority. Pren's presence on the board led to deciding votes such as increasing the state's wolf hunt quota and scrapping limits of PFAS in groundwater. The House passed a massive $1.7 trillion spending bill just ahead of tonight's deadline for government funding to expire. The bill includes billions of dollars in child nutrition programs, emergency funding for Ukraine, and defense spending. It also includes the Electoral Count Reform Act, which clarifies the vice president cannot overturn election results. Biden will sign the bill. With the cold temperatures in the air, a lot of vehicles that were struggling to start now aren't starting at all. When temperatures drop, a car's oil can get thicker, which causes the car to work sluggishly. Batteries can also suffer in the cold. The lower the temperature, the more difficult it is for batteries to give off enough of a charge. Northwoods Autotech's owner Paul Marquardt in Rhinelander says this can cause your car not to start.
Most of the time now, they don't start for a couple of reasons. One is that the battery has failed. The other reason is lack of maintenance.
Tire pressure is another thing to watch out for. It can make driving more dangerous if your tires are not fully inflated. While a big bill from an auto mechanic can seem intimidating, some maintenance issues can be postponed.
If and sometimes you may not be able to afford to fix it all at one shot. Talk to your shop, talk to your service advisors, and they'll help guide you prior to what needs to be taken care of today, what can be deferred to a later date.
Marquardt says bringing in your car before it completely stops working is smart, because if it does stop working, well, that can lead to a bigger bill. Christmas came early for snowmobilers in the Northwoods. Riders from Tomahawk to Land O'Lakes hit the trails today, and some local businesses are already feeling the boost. Newswatch 12's Kevin Kraft has more.
Well, opening day, it's always an exciting day for us.
Snowmobile season across many areas of the Northwoods began today, and despite the chilly temperatures this morning, there were still some riders that wanted to get out for some early season riding.
It's opening day, we have to be out.
Jason Kelly lives in London, England, and is visiting family here in the Northwoods. He likes snowmobiling because it brings families together.
Spending time with family, obviously it's Christmas, so having opening day and Christmas together is extra special. And just getting out, enjoying the fresh air is going to be fantastic.
President of the Hodag Snowmobilers Club, Jim Youngers, is excited for the season getting going before Christmas.
When you can get open before Christmas, it's a big bonus for everybody.
Those benefiting that the trails open today include local businesses.
I'm glad they're open.
Carol Levenitz from Cabaret Cove in Rhinelander says an early start to the riding season is a big boost.
It just gives us business and the people coming into Rhinelander more business.
With so many trails that are opening around the Northwoods, Younger says that it gives more access to riders and businesses.
The more areas that are open around your county makes it busier.
While happy to be open, Youngers adds that the trails are still in early riding condition and that there may be some wet spots on the trails. He also wants everyone to have a safe riding season. Reporting in the Northwoods, Kevin Kraft, Newswatch 12.
Kids will be home for a holiday break next week, and with those cold temperatures, it could be hard to keep them active. Well, coming up, we'll learn about some free opportunities at a local community center next week. That's After Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
Moments of life are special, And suffering from diabetes should not get in the way. US Med's mission is to find ways to make your diabetes more manageable and more comfortable. You deserve to enjoy life without the constant reminder of living with diabetes. If you monitor with 4 or more tests per day, inject insulin 3 or more times per day, or use an insulin pump, you may qualify to receive a continuous glucose monitor, the latest in diabetes technology. A continuous glucose monitor provides blood sugar readings without uncomfortable finger sticks and alerts you real time to potentially harmful spikes in your blood sugar levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurance companies. If you're a caretaker for someone who suffers from diabetes or have diabetes yourself and meet these conditions, please call our diabetic specialist now to see if you qualify for your continuous glucose monitor.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day and injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call now and learn how to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
And welcome back. It's Friday. The weekend is right around the corner, but not only the weekend, it is Christmas Eve. Well, about to be in an hour and a half. But look at this beautiful shot I took earlier today. Near zero visibility at times with all that snow blowing around. Now, visibilities are closer to 4 to 5 miles all across the area, and just up north, it is a lot less than that. We do have a little bit of snow mixing in. That lake effect snow machine, it is cranked on. And that's going to continue overnight into tomorrow as these winds really start to get gusty, continuing to get gusty into tomorrow. Wind gusts closer to 35 to 40 miles per hour. But by Christmas Day, it's finally going to start to improve. Winds will start to back out, but temperatures are still going to be on the colder end. Right now, we have temperatures around 3 to 4 degrees around town, slightly starting to increase as that cold front continues to pass by the area, and it's starting to look a little bit better than what it was just 20 hours ago. Wind chills around 15 to 25 degrees below zero, so it is frigid. By the morning hours tomorrow, we'll see what feels like temperatures close to 30 degrees below zero. So bundle up, folks. Get ready. I would recommend staying inside with your family as a sharp cold front really crosses the country. Look at Jacksonville, 32 degrees. Yes, even 20s in northern Florida. So it is frigid everywhere. You cannot get away from these cold temperatures. I know Florida's usually in the 70s and 80s this time of year. Not this time around. This is one of the coldest Christmases we're going to have in around 40 years. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, though. Temperatures will start to warm up middle to end of next week, especially. Maybe not the best news for you snowmobilers, but hey, it's going to start to warm up. Those well below average temperatures are slightly going to be increasing, and we'll see some above average temperatures, a whole 180 to what is going on right now. Cloudy skies at the moment, a couple of flurries and lighter snow showers in the area. That's going to continue tonight and then into the day tomorrow. But the main thing is going to be those winds, cold feels like temperatures, and that snow really blowing around. Because of all that cold, look at all these watches, warnings, and advisories across the country. Florida's even in on some wind chill warnings. That's how cold it is all the way into the East Coast. Even New York got a taste of a nice cold air. But here in our states, we do have some winter weather advisories. all across until around 6 p.m. on Saturday. And then a couple of blizzard warnings even in Iron and Ashland counties, and same thing into the UP, as all that snow will be blowing around and creating near zero visibility. So if you are traveling north, I would definitely take extra precautions, leave extra early, and slow down. So like I said, a couple of lighter snow showers tonight into the day tomorrow. Then by Christmas Day, though, we are in the clear. So if you have any plans, we will see some sunshine, but it will be cold. So please layer up and make sure you don't have any exposed skin. Tonight, though, temperatures close to 0 degrees. Still some lighter snow showers in the area, really blowing around with all that wind. So get ready for the cold. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show an improving 7-day. By middle to end of next week, temperatures will be close to 40 degrees. So a nice warm-up is on the way. Dan?
Blizzard-like conditions aren't the only adverse weather Americans are contending with today. Videos from the East Coast are showing massive flooding occurring, like this video from Hoboken, New Jersey. The heavy snow that many people experienced here in the Midwest turned to rain in some East Coast cities, causing the flooding. Recovery efforts are currently underway. U.S. stocks finished the week in the positive off of some strong economic data. Investors cheered a report that showed a further decline in inflation. The Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ all finished the day up less than a half percentage point. You've probably heard of Elf on the Shelf, but the Forest County Potawatomi Community Center created Elf on the Wall to highlight a week of healthy activities there. Staff members have created family-friendly programs for anyone to challenge themselves during the holiday break. These challenges include Elf on a Wall, Build a Snowman, and Build a Teddy Bear. All of these games take place on the rock wall, where participants climb to specific spots and retrieve items. These activities are designed to make people test their physical and mental abilities.
So many different muscles when you're climbing, so obviously physically it's a very demanding sport, but also just mentally, once you get to the top of that wall, you overcome challenges and you're like, wow, I can do this.
Other activities next week include expanded pool and water slide hours, cookie baking and decorating, and a bounce house. With schools on break, the additional programming and hours help provide parents a space where kids can stay active and warm. These hours and more information about the free activities for anyone can be found on the Community Center website and Facebook page. Ahead of the Packers' big game against the Dolphins, Green Bay has locked down one of their top players to a long-term contract. Coming up on Newswatch 12, Saul Meyer will be in here to give us some details on that deal.
From big to small, Menards has it all. Finish cleaning your garage this holiday season with help from Shop Vac. This 6-gallon wet dry vac tackles the toughest messes, wet or dry. Get a 6-gallon vac for just $59.99. Save on our great selection of Rayovac batteries and stock up for everyday use or those battery-powered Christmas gifts. Save big money in all Rayovac high-energy batteries. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Enjoy the beauty of the season at Traders. Find an outfit for the party. Get inspired by our unique trees and old world Christmas ornaments.
Set the scene for entertaining and celebrate. Happy holidays!
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives.
Visit Batteries Plus for free auto battery testing and installation. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
It's a red carpet affair this New Year's Eve at Ho-Chunk Gaming in Wittenberg. Dress to impress. There will be party favors, complimentary food from the Mint, a free photo booth, and live music from VideoStar. Plus, hot seat drawings, barrel drawings for $1,000 cash. Then at midnight, a grand prize drawing for a Ford Explorer and $2,000 cash. Plus, another cash giveaway at 1 a.m. Earn entries throughout December to win big on New Year's Eve.
Like visions of sugar plums, find fishing poles, tip-ups, lures, and all of the gear the anglers on your list have ever dreamed of. Oh, what fun are the unique gifts and decor items you can find in town. And without a doubt, everything imaginable for dashing through the snow can be found here. Happy holidays from all of us in St. Germain. Thank you for shopping local.
Christmas came early for both the Green Bay Packers and Elgton Jenkins this year. Both sides have agreed on a contract extension for the offensive lineman, and they were able to do it before free agency started. The extension is 4 years long and $68 million with a $27 million signing bonus. This will make Jenkins the second highest paid guard in the league, if you want to call him that. The Mississippi native has started 33 games at guard, 14 at tackle, and 3 at the center position for the Packers. So it's safe to just call him an offensive lineman. This is a feel-good moment, not only because it was an early birthday present for Jenkins, who will turn 27 on December 26th, but because he has had to overcome adversity with a torn ACL last season.
This time last year, I was in a dark place, just coming off 3 seasons, playing good, playing well, and then, hurt yourself in your 3rd season. So I can say I was in a dark place, but just what I told myself, just got to work my way through this. So and we did.
Many of his teammates and coaches were happy to see him stay with the team, but none more than head coach Matt LaFleur.
It's a great day for us, a great day for Elgton. Obviously, he's earned it, and he does it the right way, and it's always fun as a coach to see guys that get rewarded for not only their performance, but what they do in that locker room.
Jenkins had been dealing with a knee injury during the team's practice this week, but according to the injury report, he is healthy and will play this Sunday against the Dolphins in Miami. The Milwaukee Bucks were back in action today following their 114-106 loss to the Cavs on Wednesday. The Bucks are currently sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference, with the Celtics only half a game behind. If they want to stay on top, they've got to take out Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons in Brooklyn. Easy enough, right? Let's waste no time and get right into it, because Giannis wasted no time establishing his presence with the fast break, dunk, and one. He had a huge game, and he wasn't finished there. Later that quarter, Giannis doing what he does best, driving through everyone for the monster slam. You want a three-peat of Giannis dunks? I got you. Here's the Greek Freak going coast to coast for another big-time dunk, but the Nets have too much star power, specifically Kevin Durant. He gets it down low, posts up. Good defense by Holiday, by the way. Gets the ball again and makes the tough bucket, and Brooklyn gets the win 118-100, and the Bucks drop 2 in a row. Let's hear what head coach Mike Budenholzer had to say about his team's performance tonight.
We can't just, have possessions without shots, and, it's on me. I think I got to coach them better, and we got to work to take care of the ball better, and the shooting will come.
The Bucks will be back in action on Christmas Day in Boston against the Celtics. The Arizona Diamondbacks traded outfielder and Marshfield native Dalton Varsho to the Toronto Blue Jays earlier today. The trade involves the 26-year-old being sent to the country up north in exchange for Lourdes Gurriel and Gabriel Moreno, who is one of the top prospects in all of baseball. Varsho had a career season last year where he appeared in 151 games, hitting 27 homers and 74 RBIs while scoring 79 runs, all career highs. Varsho's new opponent for opening day will be St. Louis Cardinals in St. Louis, and he'll have a chance to take out his former team on July 14th at home. We'll be right back after the break.
The Rhinelander Cafe and Pub thanks you for your business this year and wishes you a safe and happy holiday season. Northern Pines Resort sends you best wishes for a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Plain Parts Inc. sends you best wishes for a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Stay tuned to get a free pan from Granite Stone. Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can scrub and scrape, but you can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Look, caramels, chocolate, and cheese. Unreal for any other pan, but not for Granite Stone. It just doesn't stick. Granite Stone will be the last pan you'll ever need because it's pressed from a solid aluminum disc for even heat conduction. Then coated 3 times with our durable Granite Stone finish. Granite Stone is metal utensil safe and won't scratch. And talk about non-stick. This salmon cooked skin side down with no added butter or oil just doesn't stick. This steak is perfectly seared, just like the pros. And because Granite Stone is oven rated to 500 degrees, we bake this upside down pan pizza to perfection, and it just doesn't stick. Fire Flambe Delicious Cherries Jubilee. Plus it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone pan for the special TV discount price of just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. It's the perfect size for personalized eggs, omelets, or frittatas that slide right out. It makes the best bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich quick. Yours absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. That's right, free shipping. You get it all, an incredible value. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com. That's 1-800-898-6703. Call now.
The Rhinelander Lions Club is hosting a community Christmas dinner on Sunday. People can either drive up to Triggs Deli Express between 11:30 and 1 or have their meal delivered. The deadline to request home delivery is tomorrow, so call the number on your screen if you'd like to do that. The food is free, but there will be an opportunity to donate. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy, corn, cookies will all be included in the meal. While most people probably have their Christmas tree up and decorated, for those that don't yet, there's still an opportunity. Home Depot in Rhinelander is giving away the remainder of their Christmas tree stock. The trees are being given away on a first-come, first-served basis. We'll be right back with one final look at your weather, but first, here's this week's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua. What is a clownfish's biggest fear? Well, that he's not funny. Well, anyway, starting off this week's Big Old Fish, we start off with Cindy Carreau. Now, she had a heck of a day of fishing. Not only did she catch this 46.5-inch muskie pictured here, which really is a fish of a lifetime, about an hour later, she also caught a 30-inch walleye. Well, those are some big old fish, Cindy. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. Next up, we have 11-year-old Danny Pepia. Now, he was fishing with his grandpa on a Three Lakes area lake when he caught his very first northern. And that would be this one right here, which measured in at 20 inches. Well, way to go, Danny. That is one big old fish. Keep on reeling them in. And finally on this week's Big Old Fish, we have 6-year-old Olivia Hughes, who was fishing with her grandpa, Bob Casarano. Now, they were trolling on a Land O'Lakes area lake when this big old 34-inch northern pike smacked her number 3 Mep spinner. Well, yeah, I don't care who you are. That is one big old fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Northern Taxidermy fish meal is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
Let's go Christmas shopping at Mel's. Find trusted outdoor brands for this season's activities. Get outside and spend time doing the sports you love. Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or ice fishing. Or enjoy casual sport clothing for all occasions. Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away.
Alan Jackson has become a part of America's musical landscape and a country music icon over his 25-year music career.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee.
Now he delivers a powerful performance featuring songs from his very personal release entitled Precious Memories.
I love to tell the story. 'Twill be my fame and glory. Are you ours in the blood?
Filmed live at the historic Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, this unique DVD captures powerful gospel performances and intimate interviews with Alan, his mother, and his wife as he reflects on his musical journey.
This is my story. This is my song.
If you call now to order this inspirational video, you'll also receive, as a very special bonus, a 2-CD collection featuring 28 classic gospel favorites.
Love lifted me. Love lifted me. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. He lives, he lives, Christ Jesus lives today.
This DVD keepsake is a priceless addition to any music collection, and it can be yours along with this bonus 2-CD collection for the special low price of $29.95 plus shipping and handling. To order, have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen.
When we all get to heaven, what
Let's go Christmas shopping at Mel's. Find trusted outdoor brands for this season's activities. Get outside and spend time doing the sports you love. Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or ice fishing. Or enjoy casual sport clothing for all occasions. Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark.
One Christmas tradition that my family has is we try to watch a Christmas movie. Nice. And the Christmas movie I always want to watch is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We can throw the graphic up, so I want to know what you guys are thinking. And by the way, it's not the animated one. That one is good. It's the one with Jim Carrey. That is one of the funniest movies
you're a Jim Carrey
I have
guy.
seen. Oh, yeah.
That is a good
big fan of that movie. Somebody stop me.
Oh, my God.
One of you two, what are your favorite Christmas movies?
I would say Home Alone. Home Alone 1, though, the one in Chicago. I like that one.
I'm a classic Elf guy, you know. I love a comedy that was Will Ferrell and what I would consider his peak of his career.
I would say that's top 2 for sure.
Yeah,
boy,
that's a good one.
It's hilarious every time.
And I do want to continue the tradition of kind of roasting you, Saul, if that's okay, because you were filming for Serenity during your live shot at Hodag Park. You forgot gloves, my man. I mean, come on, that's Winter 101.
I did not forget gloves. So the gloves I have are too big for those small buttons, so I had to take them off really quick to adjust the shot and then put my gloves back on. So I chose warmth and comfort over, what is the thing I'm trying to say? Over practicality. Yeah.
How did it feel, though, taking those gloves off?
It was pretty cold. I'm not going to lie. I was cold.
I have a surprise for you, Saul. Taking a look outside, you know it was 9 degrees in St. Angelo just yesterday, and 70s will be back in the next couple of days. Wind chill here in our state, 15 to 25 degrees below zero. Our 7-day outlook does show cold temperatures for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but Christmas Day we'll finally see some sunshine.
Okay, and I'm looking forward to those kind of teens, but maybe not those upper 30s. I'm scared about those. I know you're excited about the upper 30s. We'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas.
Is this how you're spending your weekend? Hours wasted scrolling social media looking at what other people are doing? Get outside and start your own adventure. Check out our new showroom at Anchor Marine. Stop by for dinner at Sunset Grill in 3 Lakes. We are now open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located on the Snowmobile Trail at Highway 32. It offers easy access. Change things up. Try something new. Rent a snowmobile from Trackside, Headwaters Polaris, or Anchor Marine.
See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
Here's your Newswatch 12 Snowmobile Trail Report, brought to you by your local Northern Wisconsin and Upper Peninsula Ski-Doo dealers.
ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or